Guitars, New Zealand's home of vintage guitars. My name is Nick Brightwell, and today I'm just doing a very simple introduction because we have a very unique beast in our midst. This is a D-28 with a satin finish. This is part of Martin's new satin range. This is the first one of its kind in New Zealand. Very interested to play this. You see satin finishes on other brands like Maton, but you don't really see it with Martin, and it's an interesting animal. I'll say when we first got this out of the box, I was a little bit like, oh no, it doesn't seem right, but I mean, I literally had just got it out of the box. Giving this thing about a week to breathe and kind of get acclimated to the climate, it has really, it's huge. It's a really big sound. You can imagine the finish on the guitar, so like a gloss finish, kind of encases the instrument, and over time through playing the instrument, the guitar vibrates so much that the finish in a way starts to blend into the wood and they almost become one, and then it starts to wear away over time depending on how you touch it and how you play it and what the elements are. There's a lot of different things. So having a satin finish kind of takes away, a satin finish is a guitar finish. They have put a finish on this, but it's a very light one compared to gloss, and that means that the guitar is not so encased, so in a way it's an aged guitar, but without any of the kind of the more modern techniques. It's just simply this guitar doesn't have as much finish on it, and it's breathing more. It sounds just huge. I haven't really, I mean, I need to really play this instrument for probably 2 or 3 weeks to really get a feel for it, to really understand what its capabilities are, and maybe, is there a special type of music that this is kind of ideal for. But just right now is your standard D-28, So, I mean, this is a wonderful guitar. So, the basic specs are, we have East Indian rosewood backs and sides, we have a spruce top, drop and saddle, plastic pins, we have open back Grovers with the brass bits on it, we also have normal modern bracing. I believe this is scalloped bracing, but I'm not sure if it's forward shifted. But we'll put the details down below just to make sure we get it right. But yeah, it's very interesting just playing a guitar without finish like this. I know they've been offering the thin finish models, which are exceptional. So this kind of satin finish is a great way to go. And it helps probably the player that's looking for a result quicker as far as the instrument sounding open. But if you're in New Zealand and in the Auckland area, or want to fly up and see us or drive over, you can come and check this out. You can bring along your own if you've got a D-28 or an HD-28. Otherwise, we have a brand new HD-28 here that you can kind of compare it to, relatively the same, and just see what you think of the sound. It's worked very well for some other companies, so it's great to see that Martin are having a crack at it. It's an interesting process, let's just talk about it as a purist for a second. They put finish on the guitar, and for one reason, well, for obviously probably more reasons than I understand, but one of the reasons is to, kind of put a protective coat on that guitar. But also they know that the process over time, that those two things bind together. So it'll be interesting to see how this instrument plays out, but I can speak from my first steel string guitar was a M225 from Maton, so that's the Queensland maple with a spruce top, and I know that guitar sounds as good as the day I got it, and you could say it sounded amazing when I got it. It hasn't matured greatly, I have played it in, but it hasn't matured greatly, but the upfront kind of result is very impressive. So that's what you're getting really with these guitars, is you get something that's already open in its own special way. Do a little bit of sounds pretty good for flat picking. We have a little Michael Day, Now just talk briefly about Michael Hedges. Michael played I think it was a 71 or a 73 D-28, so non-herringbone. If you're really into Michael's stuff, just briefly talk about Michael. I've always had an OM, and I've played aerial boundaries and layover always on my OM, and it wasn't until I played on a D-28 that I understood, yes, an OM and a dreadnought are very similar in the way they play, same scale length, all of that, but really it's the larger top and obviously the bigger bass response that was part of Michael's sound. So you can play Michael's guitar music on any guitar that you can tune right. Yes, pretty good. Wonderful. All right, that's the D-28 Satin, everyone. Absolutely wonderful new creation from Martin. I'm excited to see what these things do over the next few years as they open up and mature. If you want this one, come down and get it. I think this video is going to sell it to someone pretty quick, as they usually do. I mean, every time we put up a new Martin video, someone comes in pretty quick and swaps us something. So, yeah, get in while it's hot, guys. So my name's Nick Brightwell. We've got Josh Thomas behind the camera doing all of the social media and camera work and photography and doing all the product shots and keeping the website up and running. And Garrick right now is out there doing some new deals on some new developments with Studio One. So a lot of exciting things happening. My name is Nick Brightwell. If you want to check out my channel, you can go over, follow my name over to on YouTube, and you can check out a bunch of videos that I've done at George Gruen's guitar collection, and I'll be doing some new footage coming in September. I'm going to go over to America for a little bit and check out some guitars. So, cheers guys, have a good time. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, please like, subscribe and share. There's things up here or down there or over there, over there. So yeah, we'll just see how we all get on, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.